make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door.
All right, I hope this is working because this is our second week with Evie Mux, and I'm hoping in our first one of our first live interviews. So let's hope this works. Our first guest is a storyteller with a heart for connecting people and offering hope. Paul Skidmore is the author and filmmaker behind The Darkness Rolled Over Her, a compelling story about a woman contemplating suicide who finds an unexpected connection with an old fisherman. The story beautifully illustrates how vital human connection is and how easy it can be to offer encouragement. The book is available now and the movie is coming out soon, so please welcome Paul Skidmore. Oh, and wait, we got to put him in here. Wait, there we go. And scene. Too many buttons. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you, Rich.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Of course. I want to start. Well, first of all, we have to start off with something very important because we were talking before we went live. Yesterday, I was talking about the turtle that I found in my driveway, and you said that you have a name for it, and I want to hear it here first.
It's just a suggestion, but you know, I grew up watching and playing with the Ninja Turtles. Mm-hmm. You got Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael. This turtle is obviously a misfit. He's a bit of a scoundrel. He's off on his own. So I think he should be Caravaggio.
Perfect. That's it.
That's my suggestion.
That's it. I feel like he'll grow into his name. He's tiny, but he'll grow into it. I love that name. Thank you very much for that. The interview is over. Thanks for being here. No, tell everybody about your book.
Yeah. So The Darkness Rolled Over Her is a short story. It's about 72 pages. It's a quick read. You can read it in one sitting. And it deals with a woman named Gwen who has decided to take her own life. And she has one last trip planned, which is a fly fishing retreat with some acquaintances and friends. So she thinks, okay, I'll do that, kind of say goodbye, and then come home and do what I've planned to do. No one knows what she's planned to do. And so she goes on this fly fishing retreat. She meets this old fisherman named Roy, and their friendship, their unexpected, you know, he's this charming old mountain guy, and their friendship kind of buds throughout the day. And it starts to challenge her thinking a little bit. There's also another woman on the trip named Sam, who is a little younger woman. And she looks at Sam and Gwen thinks, you know, she looks like she's where I was at that age. I don't want her to be where I am at my age, but I don't know what to do about that. And so that starts to pull her as well. And so that's the story of the book. That's the story of the film. And the trailer for the film, I think, really gives you a sense of how it'll feel to read the book or to watch the film.
Yeah, and I'm lucky enough to be able to play that for everybody today. So I'm excited about that. Where did you always want to be an author? Where did this, first of all, where did wanting to write come from? And then I want to dive into like this specific topic, because it's obviously not a fun topic. It's a very heavy topic, very serious topic. So how did this all come about?
Yeah. So my background is in filmmaking. So that's sort of my foundation. And I've loved movies since I was a little kid. I've done storytelling stuff since I was a little kid. So I really just like any kind of storytelling thing, but I've primarily been a movies guy. I was born in 1978. So as a kid, I'm watching Back to the Future and The Goonies.
All the good ones.
And yeah, Ghostbusters and Star Wars and all that. So, you know, I as a kid, you feel like these are things that I can do with the rest of my life. And then as you get older, you realize those worlds maybe don't really exist. So the next best thing then is to create them yourself, you know, and join in the fun of filmmaking and sort of telling these stories. And so, you know, I went to film school to learn how to do that sort of thing. And I've done several shorts. I've helped other people make their feature films. This is my first feature film, something that I've written and produced and directed. So I'm excited about that. But it came from a short story. And so there was a time a few years ago where I had a lot of stories that just were really wanting to come out. I didn't have, you know, the money to produce any films, but it doesn't take a lot of money to sit at the donut shop at 2:00 in the morning and type out a few thousand words, you know? So I wrote a lot of these books just sitting there at the counter at the donut shop, and got 3 short stories and a novel out of that time. And I mean, even as a filmmaker, you have to write a script first. You have to, you know, you still have to be a writer. So I thought I'll take my writer skills and write something that I can put out sort of on my own. As soon as I finished this story, I realized, it's modern day. It's about 4 characters. It's all sort of exterior day. There's no exploding helicopters or robots or anything. I think I could probably do this pretty cheaply. And discussed it with my buddy Noah, who's just been my right hand through all this. I couldn't do anything without Noah. I appreciate him so much. And he's the one that really, I said, I think maybe we can do this. And I think that was August 17th of 2020. I say to Noah, I think maybe we can make a movie out of this story. And Noah says, I know we can. I know we can do it. I know we can find the crew. I know we can find the people. I know we can do it. And so we went that day and started location scouting. And then September 16th, 2020, so 30 days later, was our first day of production on a feature film.
Wow.
Yeah, it went from I think we can do this to we're shooting the movie in less than a calendar month. And so that was really, really incredible and amazing, and had an amazing cast, had several helpful crew people that came through, including one young lady named Caitlin, who was there almost every day. She wasn't even supposed to be there at all. She was a substitute on the first day. And I just really liked the story and liked being on set, and said, can I come back? And I said, yeah, I can't pay you. I'll feed you if you're here, but like, I don't have gas money. I don't have anything. And she said, no, it's okay. I just want to be part of the show. So she was there almost every day. And most of the film was made with the crew of 3, me, Noah, and Caitlin. We had a few days where there were some other helpful people on set, and I'm grateful for those times. I don't want to downplay their contributions, but we shot for 18 days, and I would say, 12 to 15 of it was just me, Noah, and Caitlin. And I've never worked on anything so small. I mean, even in film school, like our first class projects, there were 5 of us, with a little handy cam or whatever. So making a cinema quality feature film with 3 people was an endeavor. We shot the whole thing out of the back of my station wagon, and it was quite an adventure. But I'm really pleased with what we have. I think that it looks really nice. And as you mentioned, it deals with a heavy topic, but I don't think the book or the film is as heavy as one might think, given the topic.
Mm-hmm.
We address the topic, we start there, but my goal is to lift us out of that and find a place sort of above that rolling darkness, where we can put our feet down and find some positivity and find some light and sort of walk towards something higher. So my hope is for people that read the book that even though it goes to a dark place a time or two, that it is something that ultimately is a story of hope and will lift them to a wonderful, beautiful place. We'll encourage them to encourage other people.
And yeah, I was going to say, and start a conversation, right? Like everybody, I think depression, moods, it's all such a spectrum, and everybody has good days and bad days. And to be able to not feel like you're the only one going through something, and that you can relate to someone, even if it's in a film, whatever, then oh, they're going through, like, that's me on the screen, and maybe I can talk about it. Maybe my best friend is going through it. And I think that's so important, to be able to talk about how you're feeling.
Absolutely. And after I wrote the book, an acquaintance from back home, our mothers have been good friends forever. So I've known this person for a long time, but we're not like deep friends or anything. But she mentioned that she'd read the book. And I was like, oh, thank you. She said, and I really liked a lot of the things in it. She began talking about it. And as she talked about it, she talked about how it related to things that she'd, been feeling in her own life growing up or currently or whatever. Things that you don't normally just tell a stranger, an acquaintance in the hallway,
Yeah.
And I realized that she felt safe doing that because she knew that I would understand it because I had written this book. And now that we're having this conversation, I felt safe saying more personal things. The book is not about me, directly anyway, but I felt comfortable saying things personally about me as part of this conversation, because like you just said, she was essentially saying, hey, me too. And now we had this bond that was there. And that's why I went away from that conversation and thought, how do I have every reader of this book have that exact moment happen to them? And so over that following summer, I developed this thing called 5 Coffees in a Book. And it's a little mini book club framework around The Darkness Rolled Over Her. And it's just basically you go out for coffee, with your friends, over 5 weeks, you read the book together, you talk about it, and get some face-to-face interaction, and you build friendships for life. I wanted to make it free. I wanted to make it really accessible. So if you go to fivecoffeesinabook.com, you can get the ebook of The Darkness Rolled Over Her for free, and you can get it for free. And you can get the discussion guide there as well. You can go to our Instagram and Facebook and swipe through it if you'd rather do that than download the PDF. That's fine. And you don't have to know how to lead a group. This is not a class you have to teach or anything like that. Like if you can get people together, over coffee or over lunch or in your living room, as long as one person in the group could read English, because the materials are in English, then you're good to go. So I mean, not even if you got a group full of illiterate people, you can actually literally do it with them, as long as one person's able to read the stuff. So you can do it, with prisons and ministries and things like that. Anywhere you want to use it, it's free to use. I want people to be able to have it. Yeah.
Yeah, Five Coffees in a Book is the website. Who would you say that the book is for? Like, who should be reading the book?
I made the book for sort of two sets of people. The first being someone who finds themselves in a dark place, because I think the isolation of being in that dark place, you say, like we've acknowledged, you think nobody knows what I'm going through, which isn't the truth, but that's what you think when you're there. And that's a terrifying place to be. And you don't see any way out of that place either. And that's the second thing, And so I made the book so that they would say, well, the person writing this kind of knows at least what I'm going through. So somebody knows. I'm not the only one. This isn't unique to me. But I wanted the book also to provide a way forward. Sort of the ostinato of the book is this phrase, keep moving. And that comes from, my dad's a fly fisherman and kind of inspired the story. And when he would take me fly fishing, the few times I've been with him, my fishing before that, I would sit on a rock on the side for several hours with some corn in the water and just wait, which now as an adult, I wonder if that was just kind of to keep me out of the way for a few hours while he actually did the real fishing. But when we would do fly fishing, we would walk upriver. We're out in the water and we're walking upstream, and, Dad will hit a spot a couple of times, and if nothing's biting, then he moves on. And so this idea of keep moving. And so that's the first group of people that I wanted to reach, is people who kind of have stopped moving or have decided to stop moving or want to stop moving or want to give up, and just say, hey, let's keep moving. Let's just keep moving. Let's keep moving upstream. Let's keep standing, because if you just lay down in the river, the water rushes over you, and we don't want that to happen. So let's keep moving. But I want to give them a place to keep moving too. And it's the idea of encouragement is there. And so that's the second group of people too, is maybe you are the friend or loved one, family member of someone who's going through something dark, and maybe you don't quite understand it or know how to interact. And so I think this book will be insightful for that group of people too. The other characters in the book, like Roy, the fisherman, the neighbor, Mrs. Hiddlemeyer, a couple of others, I've tried to create them as somebody who models a healthy way of speaking to someone in that place. So that's the sort of the primary two people: someone in the darkness or someone who loves someone who is in darkness. That's who the book is for.
And the movie, I know you said we started filming in 2020. Is it ready to go? When do we have a release date for it yet?
No, we're hoping to get it out later this year. So it's real close. Music is almost done. Color's almost done. Visual effects are the big thing that's keeping us kind of hung up right now. I recently showed it to a friend of mine back at December in its current state, and it was nice to see it from start to finish, almost done. Some things missing there, but it's really coming together. I'm really pleased with it, and I think everyone else is really going to enjoy it.
Okay, good. I hope you come back when when you're ready for it to actually come out. We're going to play the trailer now, so you can take a look and go get the book as soon as this interview is over.
God, kill me. I want to die.
Gwen, you're with Mr. Roy.
Hello again.
Hi.
Roy Miller. Nice to make your acquaintance, Gwen Donnelly. Fish, they like facing upstream. Fish is always facing upstream looking for something. So I'm gonna give them something. Ah, we forgot. I suppose it's none of my business, but are you getting the help you need?
When we were getting on that bus, I saw this look in your eyes, and I thought, that's exactly how I feel.
They're clapping for you. This is our large studio audience is here clapping for you. What a great! I'm so excited for this to come out. I think the conversation that this is starting is so important, and I just can't thank you enough for putting all the work that goes into everything you've done to do this.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm as excited as you are. I guess probably more.
A little bit, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for the the book is out now, so people can experience the story right away. Again, 5coffeesinabook.com. You can get it for free. And the film will be out soon. I'm really excited to share that with everyone.
Is that the best 5 coffees in a book? Is that the best place to connect with you, or is there another place that people can follow what you're doing?
There are other links and icons and things there. You can also go to parabolos.com, parabolos.com for those listening at home. And that's where you'll find everything that I've got. You can find my other books. You can see short films that I've done and podcast audiobooks, other stuff that I've got.
Okay, good. Are you concentrating on finishing up this film now, or are you working on other projects? What are you up to?
This is consuming my life at this point.
Bet.
Yes. I'm doing other, freelance things as I can, but this has been a big focus, especially for the last year or so, trying to get this wrapped up. So,
yeah.
But I'm already thinking about what I would like to do next, which is one of my other books. So.
Okay, good. What do you love most about your life right now?
Wow, that is a fantastic question. I have a lot of really amazing people in my life. This last week in particular, I've seen so many friends that have come in and either helped me with different things going on or invited me to something I never would have gone to on my own, just spent time with me, provided opportunities for me. And so the people who support me and love me, the relationships in my life, I'm really thankful for those today in particular. Yeah.
Great answer. Well, I'm thankful that you're here, that you came by and spent your morning with me. I can't thank you enough.
Yeah, this was fun. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you being here. The Darkness Rolled Over Her is the book. The movie's coming soon, and then Paul will come back and we'll talk about that. We'll take a break and be right back after this. Don't go away. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Life is difficult. Are you feeling overwhelmed or like you could use a little support for your mental well-being? Visit the Help Hub. It's the most comprehensive and inclusive free online destination for mental health resources, helpful tools, crisis hotlines, and supportive content. Just go to thehelphub.co to find the resources you need when you need them most. Unlike other resource pages, the Help Hub is divided into 16 different categories, ensuring that everyone in every community has access to the resources and support that matches their unique needs. Find the help you're looking for at thehelphub.co. All right, oh, see, I knew that was going to happen. Why does that happen? Let's see. All right, I'm still trying to figure out. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. It's like I'm a professional. Hey, everybody, thanks for watching. Go make your day richer. Go make somebody else's day richer. You've made mine by watching the show, and I love you for it. Tune in tomorrow, all new episode live with nurse practitioner Dolores Fazzino will be here. We're talking about intuition and healing, so it'll be a great show. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.